I hate when you use coconut oil because then it gets all over my glasses and I look at this and I can't tell if it's in focus or not. And I just did an entire review where my face was so blurry it wasn't even funny. So now I'm like up close, I'm like, am I blurry? Am I in focus? I can't tell. Oh, and there's still fucking coconut oil on it. Coconut oil, if you don't know, is wonderful for your skin. Terrible for your glasses. Anyway, so I read Indie Film Producing a few weeks ago. It's by Suzanne Lyons. It's obviously a nonfiction book with very practical, useful advice for anyone in the entertainment industry, or even if you're just curious about how much goes into making a film. What I really liked about Indie Film Producing was that Suzanne was very conscious of the fact that making a film is a very overwhelming task, but she encourages you to break it down in a very simple timeline, to create a checklist basically from A to Z, and to know exactly what you're doing before you go into it. A lot of the things that book pointed out where that was like, hey, watch out for this, this is where people can get fucked over, is shit that I actually learned producing Riley Rewind. And so I was like, wow, really wish I had this book a year ago so I didn't make that mistake and that mistake and that mistake and all of those over there. They're all of those. But even if you're just a writer and you have no interest in producing whatsoever, I would pick up the book because she has just a lot of information that is not available anywhere else in this kind of compiled, dense, but easy to read form. One of my favorite parts about the whole thing was that she had sample contracts for everything, like your colorist, your sound mixer, your composer, your editor, everything, and it gives you practical advice on what to include in that contract and certain pitfalls to avoid and how to get distribution, and she even addresses the internet because the book isn't that old. So I know a lot of days like we're producing films and we're putting them on the internet, or you could do the film festival route. I mean, there's so many aspects to filmmaking that you don't even think about that this book addresses directly. So if you do have an interest in that, I would absolutely pick up the book because it's so much information. It's information overload. Jimmy's about to hit Abby. All right, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I'll put a link below if you want to check out the book, and don't forget to have sex with it. Jimmy!